Can you monetize audiobooks on YouTube if you are the author and the copyright holder? The answer is yes. As long as you hold the copyright to the work and you created your own audiobook, you hired it out, you did whatever you needed to, you can take that audiobook and put it on YouTube to monetize. But there is some rules and regulations when it comes to that. So on YouTube, you do have to qualify for monetization. You can't just pop it up on YouTube and say, I'm monetizing this. No, you're not. You do have to meet the monetization standards of YouTube. Now, if you do not follow me on my main channel, youtube.com/KMRobinson, you should be, because I am educating you on how to navigate the world of YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, being an online entrepreneur, all of those things. And I am one of the leading experts on YouTube and the other social platforms. So I can break down monetization for you pretty easily, but there's lots of tutorials over there that you should be checking out to help you get to that point. Now, to monetize on YouTube, you have to use your own content. It can't be copyrighted. There can't be any copyright infringements. You can't have any strikes on your account. And you need the following things. You must have 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 followers on your page. Now, you can get these followers from your main content or from your shorts content. It doesn't matter where your followers are coming from as long as they're not bots. But you also need 4,000 watch hours or 10 million shorts views. And these are in rolling periods. So if you're making content, and we're talking main content here, so that is longer based content that they can insert ads into. So it can be horizontal or vertical. It has to be over 60 seconds. The longer content you make, the more ads they're going to be able to run. So when they place ads, they're placing them before and after. And then if your video is over 8 minutes long, they'll insert 1 or 2 in the middle or more in the middle if it's a really long piece of content. So you can make more money that way. So the longer your content, the more you are going to build up those watch hours. And it depends on how long people are staying on your videos that you are creating. So you have 4,000 hours within a 365-day period. Now, this is a rolling 365-day period, meaning it's not January 1 to December 31. It is whatever date you are at right now and 365 days before that. So today, 365 days back. And then as it bumps up, as we keep going with the days, it is going to kick off anything that is older than 365 days. It no longer counts toward your watch hours. You have to consistently maintain over that 4,000 watch hours per year to qualify for monetization. So every year you get reevaluated. So now, if you are 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours on your main content, you are qualified for monetization. If, however, you're doing it with shorts, you need 10 million shorts views in a 90-day period. So that is a much shorter amount of time and a much higher amount of views, and you can do it, but it's a lot of work. And the monetization might not be as great because if you're just using shorter content, it's not going to make as much money for them or you as longer-based content. So I recommend that you are doing both short-form content and longer-form content. The short-form content is going to be really helpful for getting subscribers. Take your TikToks, take your Instagram Reels, all those things, put them on YouTube. And then the longer form content is going to help you get the watch hours. I have found for most people, this is not always true, but for most people, you will find that the longer form content is going to get you the watch hours faster than doing shorts. Now, keep in mind, I'm going to have to put this out there because we have taken book talk on TikTok and really twisted it into something new. Most of what most authors are doing on TikTok isn't going to translate to YouTube. So you need to be doing direct to camera. You need to be having conversations. You need to be doing behind the scenes, all those things. Don't just flip your book pages with words there. Most people will not stop to watch that on YouTube, even in the book community. That kind of content, not going to work for you. Having music-based content typically doesn't work very well either, but you can take it, try it, see what works with your audience, and then you can go from there. So 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours of main content, or 10 million shorts views in 90 days. So once you have those things, now you can qualify for monetization. You are going to go to the Earn tab of your YouTube page, and you are going to click Apply. From there, they're going to do an investigation into your channel. They're going to be looking at the content you put out there. That means they are going to make sure that you own the copyright to all of these things. So if you are putting up your audiobooks in advance, you can do that and you can get people to watch and engage with your channel. This is actually a great idea, but be aware until you're monetized, you're not making money on it. So you are literally taking it and giving it for free on your YouTube channel. If you are doing this, you have to make sure the contracts with the other places where you have that in a paid form are not being violated by having it for free on YouTube right now because it's not behind that paywall. It's not like a members thing. So make sure you read those contracts if you have your audiobook elsewhere. You can take your audiobook, which is what? 6 or 7 hours, right? For most audiobooks, we're talking several hours. If you put that onto YouTube and allow people to listen to that, that will earn you quite a bit of listening time or watch time for your channel. Because if somebody starts your book, chances are they're going to fix it. So if you were getting a bunch of people coming to listen to your audiobook for free on YouTube, you can build up your time pretty quickly, but you still have to give away 4,000 free hours. So if you're doing math here, 4,000 free hours divided by 6 or 7 hours of free content, right? So adding up to that 4,000, how many books are you going to have to give away? Are you comfortable with that? I would probably be comfortable with that, but it's up to you. You're going to give that away, and then you can start monetizing. The second you are monetized, you are monetized. All of that content now is going to have those ads playing in it, meaning you can start earning revenue on that. They actually pay really well. But you have to get to that point first, meaning you have to give away some stuff for free first if you want to build that up, and then good to go. You're good to go, and you can always tell people, these are free on my YouTube channel. You're watching ads once it's monetized, but it's free. You don't have to pay for it. You're making money without them having to pay for it, which is a win-win all around, right? So with that in mind, you have to decide what you want to do, how you're going to build up that channel. If you want to create other content to get it monetized, it'll take you longer. If you're going to drop your audiobooks there, it might take you less time. And then as long as you maintain that status, you will continue to have the monetization. And the more you do, the more you build up, the more views that you're getting on this, the better your return is going to be, the more money you're going to make, because advertisers are going to want to spend more money on content that is getting listened to. That's more of an assurance that they're going to be heard, and therefore they're going to pay a little bit more for it. So once you have applied for monetization status, someone at YouTube is going to come into your channel. They're going to make sure you own all the copyright stuff. You're not infringing on anybody's rights. You are creating unique and interesting content. And if you have passed the test, they will then give you monetization. This can take a little bit to kick in, a couple of days for it to process over. So from the time they say, yes, you're good, click, to it actually trickling down into payments for you is going to take a hot minute. Give it a couple days. If there's issues after a couple of days, now maybe you want to check in with somebody. But from there, you are going to have to go in and set up your AdSense account. So you're going to have to connect it to like your bank account so they can pay you and all of those things. You have to fill out all your forms and your paperwork, and then you can go from there. You do have to make sure that you are aware of how AdSense works. So you're going to be going through the process. They guide you through it. It's pretty easy to link everything all together. They, again, guide you through that process. And you can, of course, use your AdSense if you have it linked to your website as well, or to other YouTube channels or whatever happens to be. If you've already set it up, you don't have to set it up again. You just have to connect the different pages, and that's how you're going to be getting paid. So you need to be creating consistent content. As long as you are continually putting out content, they're going to continue to recommend your content. So that's another great way to be seen as well. If you have a really good thumbnail that is like a horizontal thumbnail, not just your book cover, but like a horizontal scene. So take your book cover, if you have like a dust jacket or something, or the long wrap, put it up there. Change where the title is going to be located over to what would be the back cover of that. Have the whole thing there so people can easily see it. And you can say free audiobook, or you can say, you can have a word over it saying a fantasy audiobook or whatever. Be specific. With your thumbnails, it's really, really important to communicate what they're getting. People don't read titles. People look at thumbnails and see if something's going to be relevant to them. So we're using emotion words there, things that are going to draw them in and get their attention, and just a few words, nothing big, not big and bulky. I have videos on my main channel, youtube.com/KMRobinson, on how to create valuable thumbnails. Same deal. You're just doing it for your book. You're capturing the reader's attention. You're going to put the audiobooks out there, and then you can monetize. And once you've done that, you've done your monetization, anything over 8 minutes long, which your audiobook will be, you have the ability to decide where the ads go. You can specifically say how many ads you want. You could specifically say at what point. So you can do it in between chapters. You can do it in the middle of an intense scene. You can do it whenever you want, or you can let them automatically do it for you. There's so many ways that you can be doing this to make money on this. And if you want to, what you can do is track your information. You can track your data from this. Have your audiobooks up for a while. See where you are going to be, or how much money you're going to be making on those audiobooks just as is, and then you can determine how much you are actually making from this. So they have different different sets of data inside of your YouTube channel that tells you how much people are paying and how much you're making on each video. You can then decide more or less ads or where the ads are to increase your monetization. There's so much that you can do with this. If you want a video on specifically how to be placing those ad rolls inside of your videos for your audiobooks, go ahead and let me know. We can actually expand on this and create a full series on how you're gonna be putting your audiobooks on YouTube for people then to listen to and get monetized with. I'm more than happy to do that, but drop your questions down below. It's very easy to be putting your audiobooks on YouTube and getting monetized through those, but you have to understand upfront you are giving a bunch of that away to get to the point that you are monetized. After that, it's smooth sailing and it is easy to get seen because Google will recommend you. Google owns YouTube. YouTube will recommend you, and then you can market yourself as well. And by telling people, hey, free audiobooks, they're gonna go. They're gonna go and listen to your audiobooks because there's no commitment to them. And then you get the ads revenue. It's a win-win all around. Do they get some ads in it? Yes, they do. But did they have to pay for it? No, they didn't. So now it works out to everybody's benefits. Drop your questions on the down below. This is a whole vibe. It's a whole conversation we could be having. I can create a workshop for you if this is something that you want to do, but I'm more than happy to get your questions answered for you. And again, we can break down monetization. I do a lot of videos on YouTube and monetization and all of those things over on my main channel. So check that one out. That's going to help you out a lot, but we can do author-specific things as well, and follow along every single day. We are dropping new videos to help you navigate the world of your publishing to make this your most profitable year ever, from your writing to your publishing to your marketing, to make sure your business is working on your behalf while you're living your best life and also living out your author dreams. We'll see you in the next episode.